Make sure you check our YouTube channel or our podcast, where you can find us just about anywhere, iTunes, whatever. Enter the keyword Offshore Insiders, where we preview today's college football, now NFL gambling picks information from offshoreinsiders.com. Brought to you by the Master Lock Line, 17-7 in football so far this year. Power 620 sports services, 7-2 overall, including baseball. Sizzling service with their college football pinnacle play of the week. As you know, this service has not only been hot, but winning for years and years and years. All-time great NFL service with their NFL preseason totals parlay of the year. You've got one of the top specialists with a big play today in college football on USF and San Jose State. And it's all at offshoreinsiders.com. Offshoreinsiders.com, the exclusive home to the Master Lock Line. Now, some preseason primer information. The Cardinals and the Falcons. Falcons are 3.5, 43.5. Cardinals defensive lineman Robert Ndiche is out. He was a first-rounder last year and played well in the preseason. Devontae Freeman is out for Atlanta. He's had consecutive 1,000-yard rushes, 73, and 54 catches the last 2 years. Colts and the Steelers. Wide receiver Chester Rogers, projected to be their number 3 wide receiver, is out. Steelers star running back Le'Veon Bell remains a holdout, so he's obviously out. Team's off of a home win with a winning record versus an opponent with a losing record of 64-30. We've also got big consensus plays on a Pittsburgh, ranging anywhere from a 65 to an 80% consensus play. Very big consensus, no wonder. It opened up as Pittsburgh laying 4, but now up to -6 still. Our free pick is to go with Pittsburgh despite all that, but make sure you get the premium picks from Joe Duffy's Picks at offshoreinsiders.com. Broncos and the Browns. Let's try this again. The Browns and the Buccaneers. The Browns versus the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay -5.5, -115. And 41, Brock Osweiler, who entered the camp as the number 1 starter for the Browns, will not play. Rookie Deshaun Kaiser gets a start. Offensive tackle Matt McCants, who is battling for a starting job, is out for the season for Cleveland. Projected starting safety Ibrahim Campbell, questionable to play for the first time this year for the Browns. Road teams, after scoring 14 or less, are 80-49 and 199-147 since 1993, though we do caution 2-5 this year. And, of course, those records are against the spread. Packers and the Browns. And by the way, all the vetted sportsbooks are at offshoreinsiders.com. Just click on the sportsbook option at the top of the page, including mybookie.ag. 50% sign-up bonus right now if you enter the promo code Duffy. Mybookie.ag. Enter promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y. Packers and the Broncos. Denver -3, -105, 41.5. Devontae Booker, who rushed for 612 yards last year, remains out for Denver. He's second on their depth chart. Running back Ty Montgomery, probable for Green Bay, 77 carries for 457 yards last year. Big consensus plays on Green Bay, ranging anywhere from 86, 91, 60, and 59%. And their starting tackle, Brian Beluga, is out for the Packers. But again, a lot of people like to do contrarian plays. So, according to the contrarian stuff, that you would actually bet on Denver. The Jets and the Giants, a traditional Week 3 preseason game. The New York Football Giants, -4.5, 115 and 37. Giants star Odell Beckham is out. Jets Christian Hackenberg. They may get a little bit of look-see at him. He's been atrocious so far. But this could be a make or break for him, at least, is where he'll be on the depth chart. Going against favorites that scored 17 or less in consecutive games, 39-16 in the last 10 years, 93-75 since 93. Road teams that scored 6 or less their last game have gone over to 51-22 rate. Again, all preseason stats. Bills and the Ravens. Newly acquired number 1 wide receiver Jordan Matthews is out for the Bills. He had 85 catches last year. Their starting right tackle Cordy Glenn is out. Biggest consensus total of the day, 91, 81, 61, and 62%. Big consensus side, though, in Baltimore at 82, 81, 61, and 60%. We have 4 sources that we trust. Las Vegas, offshore, and some outlaw, which means you're some of the biggest corner bookies in the world. Ravens running back Danny Woodhead is out, going against favorites off of a win as a road underdog with a winning record is 28-10. That would favor Buffalo. But when a team is off of consecutive double-digit wins, they've gone over 50-23 in the preseason. Now, that would apply to Baltimore. But again, that's not a free pick from offshoreinsiders.com. Just some FYI super systems. Texans and the Saints. Saints have gone over 30-16 off of a spread win. Again, always preseason records. There is some belief that the Texans, a lot of sharp minds believe the Texans, look, it's a meaningless game. The guys who have their roster made going to be distracted by Hurricane Harvey, where a lot of their families are, where their homes are. Saints quarterback Drew Brees likely to make his preseason debut. Adrian Peterson may as well. Raiders and the Cowboys, America's team, -3, -120, 43.5 Dallas is. Teams allowing completion percentage of 60% or worse off of consecutive games, allowing 63 or higher, have gone over 20-5 the last 5 years, and 57-34 since 1993. Oakland's 12-26 off a loss. Again, that is against the spread. Troubled running back Ezekiel Elliott is expected to make his preseason debut for the Pokes. Still a battle for the number 2 spot for Oakland, Connor Cook and E.J. Manuel. So those of you who love the quarterback battles, you got that at the number 2 spot. The Chargers and the Rams, road teams after the Rams, by the way, -2.5, -120 and 41. Road teams after scoring 14 or less are 80 and 49, including 199 and 147 since 1993, though 2-5 this year, as we said. Phillip Rivers, San Diego starting quarterback, has played just one series thus far, though it was a 13-play scoring drive. He and the starters will play the first half. The Bolts, again, for those of you who love these quarterback battles, to bet on them, Kellen Clemens leading Cardell Jones in the backup, and the Chargers cornerback Casey Hayward is probable. That's big. He's a hell of a player. 7 interceptions, 58 combined tackles last year. Do you know that you got a 50% sign-up bonus at mybookie.ag? 50%. Enter the promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y. You deposit $1,000, $1,500 to bet with immediately. mybookie.ag.